Assalamu Alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Y'all jumping on like y'all been waiting on me. I'm sorry to be late. Let me put this link in the chat just so we can have it. Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu Alaikum. There we go. Assalamu Alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Welcome, welcome. Let me know in the chat where you're chiming in from. We'll give it a few minutes for a few more people to jump on. Let me know where y'all chiming in from. Ramadan Mubarak. Let me know what cities y'all in. I like knowing where people are jumping in from. Welcome, welcome. I just want to jump out here because a lot of you all have been emailing me questions, and I've been relatively quiet during Ramadan, just really trying to focus and fast and pray. Welcome, DC. Welcome, welcome, DC. So let me get some of y'all's questions and make sure I have those. Some of you all have been asking me questions and just chiming in. Welcome, welcome. I see you all. Come on in, come on in. It's 1:23. We'll give it to like 1:25 and then I'll get started. If you guys have any questions yourselves, you can always put those in the chat. What a glorious Ramadan it's been, right? It's really, really been glorious. And for me, I could just feel it like just pulling out so many impurities, mental impurities, emotional impurities, spiritual impurities. It's really, really quite remarkable what happens during this blessed month. Just visions and experiences and dreams and the fast I'm okay with. I just get thirsty. That's my main thing. And probably because my behavioral habit is to always have like a cup of tea or something with me throughout most of the day. It's just kind of a habit that I have, that I've had for years. And so I think I miss that the most. But it's been good. So anyway, some of you all have asked me a lot of questions, and I wanted to jump out here. I'm actually at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad house now. You probably can tell by the fireplace behind me. We have begun to start selling some of the items that will potentially be in the gift shop as a way to continue to raise money. That's really what the focus has been since you all seen me at Savior's Day. It's just really getting, we have a big chunk of money that we owe right away that we're working on. And then the rest of it is just continuing with the progress. People have asked me things like, what's the theme of the museum? And this is the theme of the museum. One interesting thing that a lot of people don't really realize is that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad actually escaped several death plots. And so that's that's an important exhibit that we're working on, among others. So we've started some of the exhibit work and outline, start doing that research and laying that out and gathering materials for some of the exhibits. We've started the talks about the documentary. As we mentioned, I'm not going to give like all of our plans, because you all know we got all kind of people out here who don't mean us well. So we're wise in taking the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's advice and not telling all of our plans. But yes, it is still going to be a house museum. I'm not really sure why that question has come up, unless some of the slanderers and gossip mongers and rumor mill is starting something else. Remember, you guys, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been talking to us about truth, and how truth is that one element that's going to save us, and how slander is and has been used to bring the righteous down throughout history. But it's time for us to move around that slander and navigate through it, and not become victims of those slander, those rumors, and all that kind of stuff. It's such a powerful tool that they use now to cancel people and make up stuff about people. So sometimes when I get these questions, when people say, is it still going to be a house museum? I think, huh? But I have to remember that, the devil stay busy, right? So yes, it is absolutely still planning to be a house museum. And with the exhibits, with the first floor, the plan is to replicate it the way it looked in the 60s. And so having it look exactly like that, the couches, the wallpaper, the picture of Master Prophet Muhammad in the pine room, the dining room table, all of that on the first floor. The only thing that won't be exactly the way it looked in the 60s is the kitchen. And many of you all know and probably remember from the mini tours that we did that when I got the house, the kitchen was gutted. And so it'll be a replica of a kitchen from the 60s. So that's the only difference. The second floor will be, inshallah, the exhibits. And as I mentioned, we've started working on the exhibits, gathering data, doing research, pulling all of those materials and thoughts and writings and stuff together to create the exhibits, I should say, plural, for the second floor. So that is the goal. And so I'm working around the clock, because our beloved minister said to me that he wants the house done this year, which means that I have a very short window to get this money together and get it done, and so that it can be done this year. That's the goal. One big project that I'm working on, and I do feel okay telling you all about this. So you all probably remember that we had some windows in the house that we were able to save, and so we just restored them. And then we had other windows that we were not able to save, either because the sash and the pieces were water damaged, or they just, or whatever reason, maybe a little warped or something. And so we have quite a few of those, the double pane, double hung windows that we currently have. And so I have an idea for a project that I think will really be fun. And I'm actually just looking for somebody to help me curate it. And I need to write it up so that I can send it out to the galleries and stuff that I know. But here's the deal. Those top windows, the tops and the bottoms, we have about 32 of those. And so my thought is to create artwork of them and have artists from our community to paint on them whatever reflection of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or representation of the Nation of Islam that they see in their mind's eye, that they want to put on the window. And then we have some little placards for the bottom of them that have the messenger's picture, and then it says an original window from the former home of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, 4847 South Woodlawn Avenue. And then I thought we could do this beautiful fundraiser, which is like a pop-up art gallery in our Elijah's Garden of Peace, with all of these beautiful windows on easels on display with artwork from members of our community that people can come up and purchase. I think I even have one door. So it just would be a powerful project. I just want it to be done, you know, in the spirit of conscious entrepreneurship and community and nation building. But the idea is to give that artist some parameters around what we want painted on there, either members of the Nation of Islam, figures of the Nation of Islam, some reflection of the struggle and the Nation of Islam that we want on those windows. And then, but I just have to, you got to figure out the logistics of it. But it's coming to me, and I'm, inshallah, within the next week or so, we'll have those logistics together. So that's the thought. Let me know in the chat what you all think about that. I think that'll be fun. It's a nice event for us to have. We're also working on our historic marker and placard. And y'all know me, whenever something major gets done, I want to have a celebration. So inshallah, we'll have a little event around that coming up soon. So stay close to the social media, stay close to this IG, Sajdah House. Follow me on YouTube at sajdahwendymuhammad. And oftentimes on the shows, I'll give updates, or I'll post a little video there to let you all know what's about to happen. You can join the mailing list. You can, of course, purchase a commemorative Elijah coin. And that link is in the bio. I also put it here. Purchase a commemorative Elijah coin and make sure you click the button to add yourself to the mailing list, because the coin holders are going to be the first people to find out about any upcoming events and anything that we have going on. They're going to be the very first. So I keep telling you all that membership will have its privileges. I'm not stealing American Express's slogan, but I am. In practicality, membership will definitely have its privileges. So the first people that are going to know about these events, the placard ceremony and the historic marker ceremony. Let's see. Also, the art event in the back, when we get that done, are going to be the coin holders. For artists, we'll definitely put, and if you have artists that you know could do a really top-notch job on these windows, because we would just give each artist like one window or two windows, depending on how many artists come forward. But I'm working on putting those logistics together. Let's see, what else did I need to tell you all? Okay, yeah, so make sure you're staying on the mailing list. I am considering an early installation. Oh, they said my connection was bad. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if y'all can hear me okay. Let me know. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. I am considering an early installation of the statues, but I don't know yet. Depending on when we get to a certain point. How many of you all, thank you. How many of you all in the chat have already gotten your commemorative Elijah coin and you've been paying attention to what's going on with copper in the market and with the fall of the dollar and all of this stuff? I want you all to think about that. There's some interesting stuff going on. So yes, I know everybody was wondering where I was. It got a little quiet during Ramadan, but That's what you're supposed to do during Ramadan, right? Get quiet, reflect, pray, fast. And normally, during the day, I try to limit my going lives because during Ramadan, I'm still working. So I have Zooms and workshops and webinars and consulting that I do. And so I do a lot of talking. And since I can't have my tea, I don't want to lose my voice. So I would just limit the amount of times I went live. But if you miss me, you can go follow the Sajdah Wendy Muhammad YouTube channel. You should follow it anyway. And go and check out past episodes of the show. Let's see, only literal said that they have not gotten their coin yet. So I encourage you to get it. We do have a special going on right now. At checkout, the discount code is Ramadan 23. So Ramadan 23, everybody type that in the chat, Ramadan 23. That way you all won't forget it. Ramadan 23 is the discount code. It's going to get you 10% off of your commemorative Elijah coin. We also have these berets out there for sale as well. So you can go out there and check those out. And there's a link in the bio to everything. But Ramadan 23 will get you 10% off. And that sale actually ends the 21st. Okay. So make sure you go out there, get your coin. It's going to be valuable. There's a limited number of coins, primarily because there's just only so much of the old copper that we actually really have. And so there's going to be a limited number of coins. I don't know if we're going to be able to make any more coins. So it's going to be important that you all get this, because on the back of that coin, there's a registration number. Welcome, Detroit. There's a registration number that will become your membership number. And as many of you saw during Savior's Day, we just can't accommodate everybody. And I anticipate that we'll probably have a 2 to 3 year waiting list for tours and things like that. So you're going to want to get your coin, because a lot of the special events, we have to have a way to narrow it down. And so narrowing it down to the members, who are the people that have the commemorative coin, because you get one membership when you purchase a coin, is probably the only fair way to really do it. So just like with Savior's Day, we had to offer the members with coins an opportunity to tour first. And so we'll continue to do that. So when it comes to the historic marker event, when it comes to the arts and culture, Nation of Islam Arts and Culture project that we're working on, we're gonna have to use that to sort of narrow things down. So get your coins. It'll be worth it. And this kind of museum, as you all know, we have the He Lives technology, and this kind of museum is never going to be the same. So inshallah, every time you come here, it'll be something different. And that's why we're using this technology with the 3D screens and the augmented reality and those kind of things, so that every time you come, it's something different. And so when you come, you're going to go out and book just again and get right back on the mailing list. So we hope to be your vacation spot. We hope to be your special occasion spot when you come through and say, hey, I got to get to Sajdah House during my vacation or during my time off. We hope to be that special spot for you. And I'm working on a campaign now, vacations that matter. And so using time with your family to have educational vacations is really powerful. When I was growing up, when we would have like 2 or 3 days off from school, my parents would take us to John Brown's cave. And so I've been to John Brown Cave so many times, but the beautiful thing about going to John Brown's Cave is that we just got a chance to learn together as a family. We crawled through the Underground Railroad together because it's really small and tight. And in order to get through this one particular part, You had to crawl. So we'd done that. And then on the way to John Brown's cave, I think there was like an apple orchard or something, and we would stop there and have lunch and things like that. So those are good trips for organizations. It's good to go to the beach too, don't get me wrong, but I think it's also good sometime to take vacation and take some time out to learn something and educate yourself on something that you maybe normally wouldn't, be educated on. So just something to think about as you begin to plan. And now that we are nearing the blessed month of Ramadan, the end of it, I'll be able to have my tea, so I'll be able to jump out here a little bit more and let you all know what's going on with the art projects and some of the other things, the documentary and some of the other things that we're working on. Anybody that has archives, one of the things we're doing now is collecting archives. So if you've got archives or if your parents have archives, don't just throw the stuff away. Listen, I've heard so many stories about believers who passed away and their children just threw the stuff away. I've heard stories. One sister told me that her mom passed away and her brother just sat the stuff out by the curb and it got rained on. Before you do that, reach out to us. We can use them here in the museum. We can enshrine your pioneering family member or yourself as a pioneer here in the museum by showing what they donated and what they gave. There's items that people have that can go downstairs in our basement, which is going to be our archival area, where we hope to have many editions of Muhammad Speaks newspapers and writings and letters and things like that. There's stuff that can go there, and we will definitely give you and your loved ones credit as sponsors for donating those materials. But I have heard some horrifying stories. I've heard one family tell me that the stuff got flooded in a basement. Another family member told me that somebody else in the family stole the stuff and put it out on eBay. But mostly people are saying that it was in a box and either they didn't know what it was or they didn't care what it was and it just got thrown away. And I don't want to see our history continuing to be thrown away like that. So if you have archives, email me. The email address is sajdahhouse@gmail.com. That's sajdahhouse@gmail.com. And we can make arrangements to, get those items from you. But don't just let it get rained on. Don't throw it away. Don't do that. It's worth it. Even if you're not a member of the nation and your parents were, or, you're not, with us and your parents were, think about it like this. Our history matters. Black history matters. And it's important that we begin to document and archive our history. It's important. So even if not feeling this, give up the archives anyway, because it'll help some of your fellow Black people to preserve history that should be important to all of us. And before you believe any kind of rumor or slander and ask me questions like, is it still going to be a museum? Or I heard you tore down all the walls. Before you do that, send me an email or DM me right here on social media and I can address it. Do not let what has happened throughout history happen this time, where our unity is destroyed because of slander and gossip. It's an age-old trick, You all go read our beloved brother Jamil's book, Is It Possible That the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is Still Alive? And he talks about the use of propaganda and the use of slander to tear down a project, to tear down a people. And I know for myself, coming out of corporate, I've seen it so many times. I've seen it within corporate organizations where when they know that they want to get rid of somebody who is critical to the organization, they'll put out slander. They'll kill the person in the press first. So by the time they come and kill them, nobody will care. But they'll fire you in the press first. So by the time you get fired, nobody will care. So all of these rumors where and I appreciate you all being sweet and asking me, but I can tell by the questions that that the devil is busy. Okay. And just like our beloved, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad escaped all those death plots, and Minister Farrakhan has escaped quite a few death plots himself. We're going to outsmart this thing. The messenger went on the run for 7 years and wore the hypocrites down. We're going to wear them out. Let's do it with open communication. Let's do it with our unity. Let's do it with pooling our resources. Let's do it on settling on the best part. So no, I did not tear out all the walls in the house. The house is 99% intact. There is one room where I took one bathroom and made it 2 bathrooms so we could have bathrooms for the public space, but no, it's intact. And what wasn't intact, we put it back intact. So no, and no. We are not modernizing it so that it doesn't look like the messenger's house. The first floor, in fact, is actually going to be stylized the way it looked in the 60s. We didn't tear out no walls. One of the questions y'all asked me, is it still going to be a house museum? Yes, and yes. That's what it's always been planned to be. And that's what the plans continue to be. It was never, ever going to be incubator spaces. So I don't know how this stuff is all coming back up, but I just want to jump out here and say that to y'all. No, we're not going to be having weddings and parties here. No, we're not having hip hop concerts in the back. This is sacred space. It is a sacred space, and it became sacred, according to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when a God decided to move in. So we're going to treat it as sacred space. We're going to act like sacred people while we're here. We're going to have sacred events and sacred gatherings, things that are worthy of his eyes, because he is alive. That's what we're having here. So no, we're not going to be juking in the back. There's not going to be no hip hop concerts. There's no hip hop videos that we're having here. We didn't rip out the walls. We didn't change everything over so that it could look like a modern house on the inside. No, and no. Okay. So when we're asking you to donate and get your commemorative Elijah coins, it is for a restoration and a renovation, a very sacred restoration and renovation. I'm telling y'all, the devil stay busy, and they love to use slander to tear down the momentum of a project. Y'all telling me that's why y'all ain't been buying coins and why y'all ain't been donating nothing, because y'all thought all these rumors was true? Look, before you believe this stuff, DM me. Always reach out. Email me or send me a DM right here at Sajdah House before you believe all of this crap. So please support us. Support the efforts. I am working around the clock just to get this done and to get the funds in. So I'm actually working, and then part of everything I do or bring in is going towards this project. So I definitely need your help, your aid and assistance. Go to sajdahhouse.com, get you a coin that's going to be for membership. And the reason why I push the coins is because I don't want to ask you for something and not give you anything in return. Let me tell you also, for sponsorships, if you're interested in a sponsorship opportunity, just send me an email to that same email address, sajdahhouse@gmail.com. And I will send you a sponsorship package, and you will see what you will get in exchange for your sponsorship. During Savior's Day week, we had somebody to actually sponsor the little room where the minister had the conversation with Mother Marie. And she's going to have a plaque in that room. Excuse me. She's going to have a plaque in that room with her name on it, saying that she's a sponsor that will be there forever. We're going to put the list of those sponsors in a way that no matter what happens, those people who sponsor those rooms, their names have to stay with this house. It's going into the foundation and the trust. So if you sponsor, we will make sure to the best of our ability that your name goes down throughout history. And we are rebuilding, restoring, and renovating this house so that inshallah it lasts another 100 years and beyond. And so your name will be there. It won't be where, 100 years from now when we're dead and gone, where somebody will be able to come in and remove your name for that particular room or area that you actually sponsored. So I just want to say that, but we are including that in the rules of the house and making it a rule. And I'm being vague on that point because I don't really want y'all to know how we're going to do it, because then the devil will be getting busy on that too. But sponsor, become a sponsor. And if you send me an email, let me know that you're interested. Let me know who you are, what city you're from. Let me know that you're interested in a sponsorship. I'll send you a sponsorship document. We've got sisters who have sponsored the front garden, so Elijah's Garden of Peace. The Cracked Adam statue has been sponsored. There's some others. The exhibits on Mothers of the Faithful have been sponsored. So, and those rooms that are sponsored will have, like I said, that placard saying that that person sponsored it. So also any artists out there, send me an email and a sample of your work. If you want to be a part of the window art project, I got to get a name for it. Give me some suggestions on names too. But if you want to be a part of that project where we're going to actually put artwork on the windows that we could not use and sell them in auction, it's a great way for your artwork to be in someone's home and help to inspire people to become collectors like myself and so many others of us. And it's just a great way to contribute to the cause. And so we're going to work out a split for you as an artist so that when we sell that painting that you put or however you artwork you decide to do on the window, then there's a split. And so we'll figure out what that percentage needs to be, because we don't want to take all the money and be unfair to you, and it's your creativity. And then we'll issue the people, a certificate that tells them a little bit about you and where the art came from. So just a really cool project. So if you're interested in that, send me an email as well. And also send me a sample, like a picture of your work. Okay. So with that, I think that's it. I'm going to go before I start losing my voice, because I do have another call a little later this afternoon, and it's before I can get some water. So this is why I haven't really been doing too many lives. So with that, please go out there, get your commemorative coin, make a donation. If you say I can't be a sponsor right now and I can't make a donation, you can actually donate something to us at sajdahhousedonations.com. A lot of people, wa alaikum salam, Sister Zakia. I see one of our experienced reps is here, Sister Zakia, gracious as God. A lot of people don't like to do that. If you don't like to do that, you can always cash app us. That's $Mo Today, MOETODOEY. On which email in terms of art can we contact you, sister? sajdahhouse@gmail.com. Put artwork in the caption if that's what you want. And for the artist, send me a picture or a sample of your work and tell me a little bit about you, so that I can put you in and we can start considering the artist. If you are interested in sponsorship, send an email to that same email address, sajdahhouse@gmail.com. In the caption, I want you to, in the subject, put sponsorships. Tell us who you are and why you want to sponsor. We'll get you a sponsorship document back. What else? If you have questions, you hear rumors before you believe, the slander, the slack talk, the craziness, email me or DM me. You can DM me right here at Sajdah House on Instagram. Okay? Keep up with us. Go out there right now. Everybody go right now, right now, right now. Follow me on the Sajdah Wendy Muhammad YouTube channel. You'll be able to see videos I'll upload. I try to do a video when we have something because I know a lot of people don't like reading a whole lot of flyers. That way it'll explain to you and it'll be posted there, inshallah, if that happens. And then you can catch up on episodes of the show as well. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Ramadan Mubarak, just a recapture. No, the walls have not been torn out. No, we're not taking all the old elements out and making it modernized. No, it's not going to be incubator space. I forget. Anyway, it's a house museum. It's sacred renovation. Oh yeah, no, there's no hip hop concerts happening in the back. No, we're not turning it into a party facility. No, we're not going to be having weddings and parties and all of this stuff. This is not what this place is for. And this is not what we're doing here. Okay. What we are doing is creating a sacred house museum, the theme of which is He lives. Okay. All right. Peace and blessings, family. I see you all out there. Thank you, Sister Zakia. You all can reach out to Sister Zakia if you want her to assist you with the website. Let me see who's here. Please give me the greetings. Send me some love before I sign off here, before my voice goes out. I see Saturn Research 77. I see Gracious as God. That's Sister Zakia. Vance DeBose, I see you on. Welcome, welcome. Say something to me in the chat so I can shout you out. And thank you for joining and for paying attention. And thank you for asking me to jump on. T. Cavett, thank you for the hearts. Farron Manuel, peace be unto you. Yes, wa alaikum salam to you as well. Thank you, Saturn Research 77. I appreciate you. Dress Code Decor. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Mildred from Memphis. Wa alaikum salam, Sister Mildred. Ramadan Mubarak. Yes, Sister Zakia, we see you. We know you. Nura Muhammad, thank you. Said, we love you, Sister Sajdah. Thank you for your sacred work. I love you all as well. And thank you for your support. Ramadan Kareem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all. Y'all be having some hard Instagram handles to understand. I'm like, wait, what is that? That's why sometimes I'm just like, hey y'all, hey. Or just general, assalamu alaikum. Okay, family. May Allah bless you and thank you all for joining today. Please go out, get your commemorative Elijah coins, and we will, inshallah, be back a little bit more. Lex Caliber, wa alaikum salam. We'll be back a little bit more regularly now that our sacred month of Ramadan is coming to a close. We've all become new people and new beings, and your sister gets to have her tea and stuff to help with the voice, so I can talk more now that Ramadan is over with. Okay, peace and blessings, family. I love you all. Assalamu alaikum.